10 ways the world could end. Number 10. Asteroid Impact. It's not a matter of if, more of a matter of when. This disaster scenario has been played over and over in Hollywood films. While most common impacts are most likely to happen on the ocean or unpopulated areas, with big asteroids, it really doesn't matter where they strike, because we're all doomed if they do. Approximately every 250,000 years, a half-mile wide asteroid strikes Earth, which could trigger a massive firestorm and cooling from dust. An asteroid 5 miles wide will cause global extinction to most species, similar to the one that marked the end for all the dinosaurs. Number 9. Massive epidemics. If humans end up not killing each other, parasites and organisms certainly will have the potential to do so. While humans and germs have coexisted throughout the centuries, sometimes things can get crazy. Some claim that the antibiotics humans are creating kill only 99% of the bacteria, and the 1% bacteria that survives reproduces and turns into other superbacteria. In case you need a reminder, the Black Plague killed 1 out of every 4 Europeans and severely reduced the population on this continent. Humans are even closer to the animal pathogens than ever before, considering how much meat we eat and how close animals are brought up on farms near crops. We've seen viruses like AIDS in modern times being severely devastated to populations in Africa and other places. Number 8. Nuclear Holocaust. The Americans were the first to put the atomic bomb to test in Hiroshima and Nagasaki during World War II. The effects were devastating and brought an end to horrific fighting that took place in the Pacific. Complete cities were leveled, leaving over 200,000 dead within months. Since then, the advancements in nuclear technology have come a long way and are much more destructive. The Tsar Bomba, tested by the Soviet Union, was about 1,500 times larger than the combined energy of both bombs dropped in Japan, and that was only made in 1961. Between the US and Russia, we combined with over 19,000 nuclear weapons, enough to destroy the world many times over. Complete world destruction from radioactive fallout is certainly a possibility if these weapons end up in the wrong hands. Unstable countries like North Korea claim to possess some nuclear weapons, and with an itchy trigger finger, it could cause the end of the world. Number 7. Supervolcanoes. Many are worried about the dark possibilities of supervolcanoes bringing on an apocalypse. Researchers are contemplating how catastrophic eruptions could take place any minute, and there really isn't much we can do about it. Some believe that it was volcanoes that brought an end to dinosaurs, not an asteroid. With so much ash in the Earth's atmosphere, it can change the Earth's climate relatively easily. Humans would be breathing in toxic rock particles that will damage lungs and cause a painful death. It will be the loudest, deafening explosion with deadly gas and ash destroying all the crops, not to mention all the millions of gallons of molten lava that will spew and leave a path of destruction within 100 miles. We have yet to experience a supervolcano explosion, and we are much overdue for one. Even on our own American soil lies a supervolcano in Yellowstone Park, so watch out. Number 6. Environmental toxins. Countries like China and India are already experiencing pollution at a catastrophic level. In many countries, the air is thick with burnt diesel particles, and it's frightening to see what destruction massive levels of industrial pollutants can bring. Some countries like Bangladesh work in hazardous conditions. They are already guilty of spewing large amounts of toxic waste into rivers and streams, destroying the environment in the process. If something isn't done about the industrial toxins, the quality of life will severely decrease to unimaginable levels. Pollution has gotten so bad in China that people must carry a mask with them while navigating the streets of Beijing. 300 other cities in China epically failed air quality standard measures in 2015. Number 5. Alien invasion. While this may be a tad far-fetched, people need to take this possibility more seriously. While the universe is a vast, mysterious place, alien life could be out there. With the chance of other life in the universe, it's possible that the conditions on their planet got so overpolluted or destroyed by a supervolcano like we mentioned on this list, that they need to start life somewhere else with similar conditions to their home planet. Who knows exactly how advanced their technology will be, and if we can even put a dent into their invasion plot. At least we know we might be able to scare them off like we did in the movie Mars Attack with a strange song. Number 4. Robot takeovers. While people are creating smarter and smarter robots, it makes you wonder the possibility robots taking over the Earth as well. We've all seen that on the movies or TV shows that depict robots taking over the world and being extremely advanced, but this is very much a possibility someday in the future. Robotics designer Hans Moravec, one of the founders of the robotics department at the Carnegie Mellon University, strongly believes that robots will match human intelligence by the year 2040. It's even possible that this time robots will begin to start feeling human emotions like compassion, empathy, and even love. And someday when robots learn to create other robots of their own, we may be in serious trouble. Some robots could be programmed accidentally to kill and just go on massive killing sprees, which brings me to my next one. Number 3. Mass insanity. It seems like each day, people just continue to lose their minds. In many countries, mental health has improved, but obviously in other ones, it seems to be steadily declining. World Health Organization estimates that 500 million people suffer from a psychological disorder. We've all seen, even recently, mass shootings, bombings, and the increase in terrorism. Some predict that depression in 2020 will be the leading cause of death, right behind cardiovascular disease. Many medications that doctors prescribe could have future side effects that we don't know of. What will this eventually lead to? And can our species handle a large amount of mentally unstable people in the future? Only time can tell. Number 2. Global warming. There's no doubt about it, the Earth is getting warmer. Ice caps are melting. There's more carbon dioxide in our atmosphere than ever before. If our polar ice caps continue to melt, our major cities will begin to flood. Since so many people choose to live in an area that's close to bodies of other water, this could be devastating. This could mean our crops are eaten, meaning less food and a famine that will strike. This polar bear here clings on to the last piece of ice in his area. Earth could end up like Venus if we're not careful, where a typical day is about 900 degrees Fahrenheit. And number 1. Ecosystem collapse. Mother Earth has tried for so long to give humans the resources it needs to survive, when all we do is abuse her. What if someday she just gives up? A complete collapse of our ecosystem seems to be an unfortunate possibility, with the slaughtering of elephants, destroying the rainforest, and hunting of whales. People are not able to realize that our ecosystem is extremely fragile. To meet the demands of our ever-growing population, countless species have already gone extinct. Will we be next?